So good morning everyone, I'm Rashid and
Anna.
welcome to our YouTube channel, Next Gen News. So today we are going to take an interview of a counselor. Ma'am, your name please.
I'm Ayushi.
Ayushi ma'am. So let's start.
So ma'am, as a school counselor, you obviously have a lot of experience on school bullying. So we wanted to ask the first question, what is your opinion on school bullying?
So I think let's start with understanding what bullying is. So bullying would be where there is intentional hurting or intimidation involved, and there is a disbalance or imbalance between two people in terms of power. So anything which would intentionally a person would do to inflict harm to the other person, be it psychological, be it physical, would be considered as a bullying act.
So making fun of someone, saying talking bad about someone is not considered as bullying.
Now it depends whether that saying or mocking somebody triggers the insecurity in the other person or not, or if it is a friend that you are mocking and the friend is okay with it consensually, then it's not bullying.
Okay, so have you ever
What is your opinion on how to stop bullying?
yeah.
Right, so there are so many things that we do in our school as well, right? So there are so many things that we generally, so there is a root of things that we do. So there is no specific rule of how to stop bullying, but we should definitely start by creating more awareness, right? It's important to stop. If you want to stop something, first you should know how to identify it. So if you do not know what bullying would be, you'll not be able to identify it, let alone stop it, right? So first thing, creating awareness. Second thing that we encourage in school is reporting, right? You should know whom to report, and you should not be ashamed, or you should not be scared or hesitant to report it, because only when you report it, then the child protection, the people who are working in the child protection team can take it further and help you or provide you the help that is required. Another thing could be promoting inclusivity. When you promote inclusivity, so a lot of time bullying happens through verbal interactions, right? And many of the time we either exclude a person, okay, or we mock a person, we call names. Name calling is an indirect way of bullying also, right? When it is not consensual, right? So when we include the concept of inclusivity, and when your interactions with your other peers increase, the chances of you bullying them or mocking them decreases, because now the chances of you becoming friends increases, right? And your understanding where the other person is coming from, thus not making fun of them. We only make fun of if we do not understand something, which is something new to us, we end up making fun of it probably, right? So understanding, develop proximity. Proximity is the distance. So inclusivity, proximity we increase in classrooms, among the peers, among the students. That is one way. Then there are many other ways. I think we also involve parents.
Yeah.
Psychoeducation, including parents, like informing parents how to talk to your child to understand whether or not they are going through bullying, and then reporting it to the right authority. I think these are some of the ways.
Ma'am, you mentioned reporting. So when a child does come to you and report that they have been bullied, we would like to ask you, how do you console them?
Okay. Now, bullying might not always require consoling. Let's start from that, okay? There are many different types of bullying. So depending on the type of case that we get, the process goes forward, okay? Like I said, that if there's just something as name calling and it's being prolonged, let's say the name calling has been going on since 2 years, 2 different grades, and now it has triggered, the child get triggers by it psychologically, to the point, whether it's psychologically it's a trigger and become a huge insecurity of the child. That way it will provide psychological counseling in those cases, right? But on other cases where immediate attention is required, immediate action is required, so depending on the type of case, the kind of action or the course of action is decided. So there's no fixed.
So when someone is getting physically abused or any type of things, how you console them?
Do you think we console when somebody is in a violent or in a physical involved
How do you
abuse?
How do you deal with it? Like, how do you counter it?
If we talk about school, right, particularly in schools, generally such kind of cases have a direct, immediate, action taken, which is usually your suspension, your detention. Depends on what was the level of physical also, abuse. But nonetheless, the action always has to be a strict one when it comes to physical violence, right? So counseling does not really help. Of course, the person who is being bullied, that person receives a certain level of counseling because she's been under a strong intimidation or psychological, which has a psychological impact, so that gets tackled. But the bully generally gets a suspension, or there is some stricter action. If we talk about school counseling or school cases specifically.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your time today.
Thank you.